Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So about a week ago I made 2 videos providing details about a panel set to be featured in an upcoming anime convention. So I'll leave a link to those 2 videos at the top of the description if you want the full lore of this manga. But I'll sum them up quickly to refresh your memories because last night, the long-awaited event finally dropped. You see, about 2 weeks ago, someone noticed that the Anime Los Angeles convention was featuring a panel titled "LoIic0ns are pedophiles and other uncomfortable truths about nerd culture." After being roasted on social media, the name was changed, dropping the part about LoIic0ns. Then after making my first video on the topic, several people came to me with information about who might have created the panel. So I made a second video on the topic, reviewing the evidence and suggesting that the man behind it was a featured guest of the convention named Victor Frost. And spoiler alert, as you will see, he was in fact the person running the panel. And despite the internet beating over the weeks, including examples of him engaging in the same exact behaviors he accused others of being pedophiles for, and after yet another change to the panel's title, he was not backing down and the panel was still scheduled. And on January 6th, at 11 o'clock local time, the moment of reckoning was upon us. Judgment Day for all of the LoIic0ns out there. Luckily for us, some brave convention goers pulled out their cameras and recorded the panel. I mean, forget about reporters going into war zones. The brave people who risked the wrath of Victor Frost to share this event with us deserve a Medal of Merit for their efforts. And I gotta say, my expectations were low, but Jesus Christ, it was even worse than I thought. So let's run through a thread going through the experience. As you can see, our man pulled a bait and switch. Despite changing the public title of the panel, he was still running with the original for the actual presentation itself. And scanning through the room, the turnout, abysmal. I mean, who would have thought that running an inflammatory panel lecturing convention goers about the exact kind of content you would see at nearby booths would not be appealing to its attendees? As for the presentation itself, as you can see, some really groundbreaking information here, but during this part of the segment, going off the word of people who were there was a whole bunch of disclaimers about being responsible with this discussion and hashtag not all weebs, despite the fact that the panel is still titled LoIic0ns are pedophiles, which mirrors his previous social media posts on the subject, generalizing them as well. The next slide is perhaps the most ironic. The same person who marks LoIic0ns as outright pedophiles self-identifies as a member of the My Little Pony community. And to make this clear, there's nothing wrong with an adult enjoying My Little Pony, but don't you see the irony here? The type of people who would support LoIic0n equals pedophilia would have the exact same sentiments about an adult male around the age of 30 engaging in a community that many would consider aimed at children. I mean, the next part was some weird arc that was included in the panel preview we looked at in previous videos. I can assure you, nobody, no person out there thinks that being a geek makes you a minority, let alone a persecuted minority. I mean, you have to be trolling at this point. And similarly, he brought up a discussion about yaoi fans and the LGBTQ+ community, but prefaced that he is as far away from them as possible. Yeah, I could see how needlessly bringing up that point is where we're starting to borderline on homophobia there, but moving on, I guess. So apparently it took almost the entire presentation to finally reach what everyone was waiting for. As you can see, the LoIic0n discussion brought out some meme-worthy evidence. It's like that same meme people would use to show that Uzaki-chan shared the features of a human baby. And the coup de grace is the fact that Victor brought up the Protect Act of 2003 to demonstrate that LoIic0n is illegal in the United States. Which I've brought this up before, but the Protect Act of 2003, regarding its section of virtual or drawn art, was struck down as unconstitutionally vague. It is absolutely meaningless. The reason that many people incorrectly cite this is because it's the first thing that pops up on a Google search when you search about the legality of LoIic0n in the US. But if you read beyond the first paragraph previewed, you'll see that it's not even the law. It doesn't control anything when it comes to this subject. But that seems to be about it. This whole thing was quite the ride. I appreciate those who were able to share this event with us, and I hope you guys had as much fun as I did laughing at this over the past few weeks, but it seems we have reached the end of this manga. Will there be a surprise sequel? We'll have to wait and see, but if it does happen, you know I'll be there to cover it. So that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you sub for more daily videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.